Hey, how you guys doing? It's Mikey here with another random broadcast. I'm chilling here with my long-time friends, Taryns Vaughn and Brandon Downs, who you should all know by now because I've done plenty of pods in his pool truck. It is 10:50 p.m. and we're all having a few drinks, feeling good, watching Jeopardy, and Taryn is my first guest here, and I wanted to ask her, because she told me, which I did not know, that apparently she works with people that has certain disabilities. I just wanted to ask her, how is that?
I mean, what exactly do you want to know? People that have certain disabilities.
What kind of disabilities are we talking here?
I work with people that have mentally ill disabilities, as in...
Like dementia and things like that?
More like schizophrenia, bipolar.
Okay.
More like that. So, I mean, what would you like to know about people that have... Let's say schizophrenia, bipolar. There's way more. There's
PTSD.
Well, yeah, I do. I work with vets as well. So I do work with veterans that have PTSD. Mild bipolar disorder, and all of that. So.
How do you help them?
Sorry, say that again, Brandon?
How do you help them?
How do I help them? Mm-hmm. Well, how I help them is I help them get, it depends.
On
whether they're veteran or not. So veterans, how I help veterans is I help them get appointments with the VA. So that's how I help the veterans.
Okay, what about non-veterans?
Non-veterans, I help them by... getting them help with...
Substance abuse?
I do. Thank you. I help them with substance abuse.
Really? Okay. How do you help them? How do you help, someone addicted to smack? You help them? People like that? Is what you're trying to say? Are you
yes, I do.
Are you almost like a
counselor?
Yeah, a counselor.
I'm not qualified as a counselor. I can say that.
But you give advice to these people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Is it ever awkward? Have you ever had a moment with a patient that maybe got a little hostile because of his condition and it got really uncomfortable? What's the most uncomfortable moment, if you had one, that you can recall?
All right, the most uncomfortable. Okay, I can say I had one guy get kind of angry with me. He was probably a year or two older than me, and he got pretty uncomfortable with me. And you know what? His parents were there, so I said, you know what? It's okay. I'll come back. We can deal with this later.
Why is he uncomfortable with you?
Because he has antisocial personality disorder.
Wow.
And I kind of just said, it's okay. We can deal with this later. This is something we can deal with at a later date and time.
Right.
And I did. I just let it happen.
One of those things you take slow in that department?
Yes. I did let it happen.
Alrighty. Now I have a question for my buddy Brandon Downs here.
What's up?
Do you find female actresses in Hollywood to be funny, honestly?
Yes. More so now than ever.
Yeah? Who do you find funny? Give me 3 that you can think of that you really enjoy, honestly, as female. And I'm not sexist, because I'll tell you right now, I find Kristen Wiig funny.
I was just going to say Kristen Wiig.
I like even the
Melissa McCarthy.
And they were both in Ghostbusters, so I give them credit right there, even though I still did not give that a chance.
And who's the one on SNL that played?
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer's good. Amy Schumer's good.
I saw her, but I'm just gonna say I saw Amy Schumer, and her vagina was so close.
You saw her live?
Yes, I saw Amy Schumer live,
nice.
and her vagina was in my face. That's how close
Probably
I
liked
saw.
It. Where'd you see her at?
I saw her at, it used to be Tico Arena, but whatever it's called now.
Alico Arena?
I don't know what it's called now. But we were in the 11th row, and it was Amy Schumer and mine and Kristen's face, and we liked it. I'll just say that. It was awesome.
Yeah, I like her. She's a good comedian.
It was good.
There's someone else
Good stand-up.
There's someone else I wanted to say, and like it's on the tip of my
I don't know
tongue.
her name.
Except
She's on
for-
SNL. She played Hillary Clinton in SNL.
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon. Yeah,
She
is very
Kate
funny.
McKinnon.
I'm drawing a blank.
She's
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Besides
you know,
SNL, like give me.
No, dude,
She's
good.
only strictly SNL.
You know,
Oh.
shit.
Zoe Deschanel. Not only is she gorgeous, and I like New Girl,
Yeah.
and I'm ashamed to admit that it grew on me. Schmidt's funny as shit, and Nick, like they're all funny, but
she's funny.
Zoe
in a
Deschanel.
different
Did
way.
you know that Zoe Deschanel's older sister is the one?
Is
Bones.
yes.
I didn't know that. My buddy Bill, you know Bill. He had to point that out to me.
Where is Bill?
Bill.
Can he just come here and
Maybe after he hears this podcast, maybe you'll want to join the next one.
Bill, where are you? I miss you.
Oh, I'll relay that message in a second. All right, and to switch up the topic here, because I've brought this topic up on a lot, but since I have a new friend here, Taryns Job, I want to ask her opinion on it. Do you believe in UFOs, aliens, other life forms possibly that we may not know about? What do you honestly feel about that?
I believe that aliens may exist.
You're not 100%, but you're not denying it that it's a possibility.
I'm not
You're not going to say it with certainty.
Well, I will not deny aliens. I'm going to say that.
So you believe it?
I think aliens may exist.
Okay.
I'm going to say that. I think aliens may exist.
That's Brandon, you want to maybe add a little to that? What do you feel? Even though I may have already asked you. If they exist, what?
I think they could exist. Because
there's no doubt about it.
There's no doubt. I mean, it's like one of those things. Like I'm a firm believer, and it's stupid. I gotta see it to believe it. But that is the one exception. I've never seen it, but I know it. I don't care if it's stupid life. Like Brian.
Yeah, there's bacteria.
I'm just saying. Like Brian. I'm quoting Brian Reagan here. Now he's a funny comedian. He said, like, I can't believe they have the nerve to say, like, they have that standard. We're looking for intelligent life. Like, if you went to Mars and you saw any type of life, like, even if they were stupid, like, you know, they look all like retarded, handicapped, and it's like you wouldn't be impressed with. Oh, I guess there's no intelligent life here, just stupid life. Like, you would still not be impressed. Like, of course you would. But I really hope one day, Brandon, I think I've told you this before, and Taryns, I'm going to tell it to you too. If I were to ever call you, message you, tweet you, whatever, and I said I saw an alien, I promise you it's because I saw an alien. I'm not, because all the stories you read, I know you watch documentaries, and I know you probably watch documentaries, Taryns. Like, all the videos that, like, oh, UFO, like, everything could be made. You know, like you can make those videos from your phone. Mm-hmm. So like they don't sell it to me. I think they're intriguing and interesting and I like to study on them. But yeah, I believe them even though I haven't seen it. It has to be. I mean, how freaking big is our universe, Brandon? Too big to fathom.
Yep.
And Taryns, what's going on with you? You look like you're about to throw up. You good? You good?
I'm good.
Okay. 1 second, folks. Here's something. I gotta close my door. Okay, sorry about that. We're back, and looks like my friend Taryns here is drinking too many beers. She seems like she's not focused, but maybe she'll be back with us here in a second. But since she has to get herself together, I'm gonna ask Brandon another question.
What's up?
Brandon? So this is going to sound a little silly here. I remember when I found out this guy was non-real, so I'm going to ask my buddy Brandon here what age he found out that Santa Claus was not real and how he found out, because I got a funny story about that. In fact, before you answer, I'm sorry to cut you off, Brandon. I know I asked you this, but you know what? My bad. tell me how old are you and how did you find out there was no Santa?
I think I was 7 or 8, and my cousin told me that there was no Santa Claus.
He just said it like that?
My cousin.
You never caught your parents like sneaking your presents in on New Year's Eve? Really? That's how I found out. Like, cause like as a kid, you can never sleep on New Year's, right? I would just like go to the bathroom
on Christmas Eve.
On Christmas Eve. What did I say?
New Year's Eve.
It's the Michelob. Anyways, yeah, I remember I was probably about 6, 7 years old. And I remember I went to the bathroom just because I couldn't sleep and I want to see if there's presents under the tree yet. And then I went to the bathroom to pretend to take a crap. And then I hear my dad, like, opening the front door. And I just see him wheeling in my new bike. I'm like, motherfucker. So that's what it is, just the parents. Like, and that's how I found out. It didn't hurt my feelings. I still got my presents. But, Taryn, when did you find out that Santa wasn't real? Oh my God, people. My guest is passing out. So I guess maybe me and Brandon might have to continue this pod. But chime in whenever you want, Taryn. Another off-topic topic. Brandon, what do you... And this might sound a little weird, dark, but I don't know. I think about it on a daily basis. And to be honest, I hope I get to see this happen. But what do you think would be the most likely scenario to where we would see the end of the world? Would it be a nuclear,
Probably.
Yeah? One of those?
Especially with the president we have now.
Oh, yeah? Not a fan of Trump, huh? Getting political here on the podcast.
Not at all.
Okay. Want to elaborate?
He's got the vocabulary of a 3rd grader. He thinks he's smarter than he is. And he's narcissistic. And I don't know. That's about it.
You think, so obviously you think Hillary would have did a better job?
How will we ever know that?
I don't know.
She got the popular vote.
You don't think Trump has a chance of possibly doing anything good?
So far he hasn't. He's only divided the country even more.
Okay. Oh, wow, I didn't even realize. It's already been almost 13 minutes. I only have 2 minutes left on this pod before this ends. So before it ends, I wanted to ask my buddy Brandon here one more question. Brandon, if someone said you could have the ability to fly, teleport, or be invisible, what would it be?
Fly.
Fly?
Yep.
Yeah? No, hands down.
Hands down.
Don't even think about it.
Nope.
Taryn, can you answer that? If you're still awake, what would you rather have the power to? Fly, be invisible, or teleport? I think that no answer means... yeah. Well, you said flying, Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
That is a good answer, but I think mine, personally... You ever see the movie Jumper?
Of course, I thought of that, but...
You still would go with flying?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I remember when I first saw Jumper... Once again, we're on movies on Mike's podcast. What a fucking surpriser. 3 former Blockbuster employees here. Like, the fact that, remember the scene, I don't know how long it's been since you've seen it, but the one it's been a while for me, but the scene that sticks out to me was when he'd be in his room, as long as he could see it, he could jump into the safe, get the money, and then he just teleports back into his room. Mm-hmm. Like, perfect crime. And then when he had, like, an altercation with someone, I remember at the end, he just, like, grabbed him, he teleported him at the top of, like, some fucking, like, Antarctic fucking mountain and just left him there. Like, I don't know. I thought it was a great movie. Oh, shit. 29 seconds. 26. I'm gonna wrap this podcast up really short, but there might be a part two of this in a little bit, but I will get you at the next one.